Matron, take them away.
Okay guys, hope you're well. Done all the markups for the squad today, and it was requested if I could change the strength sheet slightly to show minimum targets to move to, etc. So that's what I've done, and I'll quickly give you a quick run through as to how it looks. So this section hasn't changed. I know it'll be hidden with my face. It shows the major pairs that we look at all the time. If it flashes up with a 4 hour, 1 hour, whatever your anchor chart is in here, it will automatically say to the side whether it's good and whether it's a swap, slowing down, etc. And if you look down there, it tells you what the instructions are. It's just I've run out of space on this side. I might swap that over and put that over here somewhere. But there it is there. So if it's slowing, the trend is slowing down, no change, hasn't moved at all. Swap, it means the trend has changed round. Gain, it's gaining strength, and good, it's starting to move. Okay, so in other words, if you're looking at these sort of Euro USD, look at a 4 hour chart, because that's the anchor chart it's pulling up based on the ATR, and it's telling you it's good, pretty much getting ready to move, and it's going to be a swap, change in direction. Now these are just test results, so don't take these as gospel for coming onwards. It's just showing you how it moves. Moving down, this is still the same. The biggest gain and the biggest drop from the last data sample, so it can show you what the big movers are. This is the small account and products that we're looking at constantly. At the moment, it is these 5. Little bit of bump about what I'm trading. This hasn't changed. It'll always be the same, and it's never changed in donkey's years. Strongest to weakest tells you what the strength store is and what its last position was, so you can see whether it's moving up or moving down. If it's green, it's moved up 7 places. If it was red, like down here, it's moved down 5 places, and then there's a scale as to what the movement happens to be. Okay, now again, it's telling you what the last score was and its current score. Okay, so that'll explain it. So the CAD, for argument's sake, is the strongest at number 1, but its last score was 8, so it's moved up 7 places. Okay, that's all that does. And again, this is change of strength to show whether it's building pace. So if it's moved up in position, it's gone to the top of the tree and it's gaining ground, it's got a lot of momentum behind it. But sometimes you can have a currency that is at the top of the tree, but it's actually losing ground. So it can tell you it's about ready to top out. Okay. Again, a few of my personal rules and just some things that I like to do. I like to filter into 3 products and then trade 1 at a time. Nothing's changed there. This is just all of the currencies. It's the top 28 currencies that we look at, which includes the majors and the major minor crosses. I don't look at the exotics, but I can put them into this. What this represents, it is the current ATR over the last couple of months. It's like an average of what the ATR is. It'll tell you which chart to look at to get your trading idea. 4 hour, 1 hour, whatever it happens to be. Sort of like this, be looking at a 4 hour. This one, you'd be looking at a 1 hour. To do with the speed of movement. This is the minimum criteria for a day trade or a scalp. So all day trades are scalps, by the way, guys, and I day trade rather than scalp. Now what it means is that's roughly what a pulse will be, minimum. This will show the strongest and weakest currency to check. What does that mean? Well, it means the CAD versus the euro, which is here. They're the furthest apart. So it'll put them into ranks. So you would then look at that and it'll highlight the strongest here. So it's 4 hours and you're looking at about 8 pips. Okay. Now, if it comes up into here, these are the products that I'm actually going to be looking at. It'll show the time that it was checked, what the product is, what it thinks the anchor chart should be for the given product. It'll tell you what the 3 trends are, because there is the now trend, the dominant bias or the dominant direction, the double D, and the deep trend. You can see what each of those are doing. If they're all in alignment, that is fantastic. If they're out of whack, you need to pay attention to what's going on, and that's why you have low TPs and optimum targets. It'll tell you whether it's a B trade. Now, I grade trades, as you know, A, B, C, D, E, F. I only trade A and B, tells you there. So if it's not an A or a B, I don't look at it because they're not A1 setups. It'll tell me whether it's time to start monitoring the chart. In other words, I check this at the top of each hour, and if it says monitor, it'll be monitoring for the next hour to see if there's an entry. It'll tell me whether it's good. If it's good, we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. If it's fair, might have to wait half an hour, so just watch the 15-minute closes. Note, minimum target plus, low TP. The differences here is if it says minimum target plus, means you want to be looking for a wave of around 6 pips, but you're expecting it to run beyond that minimum target. So if you want to target into a level and it happens to be 30 pips away, it's probably good to go. If it's low TP, in other words, you've got a mixed bag and it doesn't tell you what to do, well, what you are doing at this point is you are going to the minimum target, and that is you're going to be targeting 25 pips only. So not only does it tell you which ones can run, it tells you which ones to top out, so it helps your targeting as well. Which one do you look at to make your decision as to whether you're going to buy or sell? It's these two here, okay? This is your main one, and your ideal situation is you want your low TP and your double D to be in the same direction, and if they're not, leave it alone. And if you happen to be going along with the deeper trend as well, as it is above, then you'll be able to run your trade longer because you've got all the wind in your sails. So I hope that helps, guys. It's just a few tweaks to how this looks. The way we read it is not changed at all. Just the layout is slightly different. So don't get confused. It's nice and simple. And this is now a bit cleaner than the way it was before, because you can quickly look, oh, looking at it at 3 o'clock, it's the DAX. Need to be looking at a 1 hour chart. The low time frames, what's happening now is pushing down. Oh, it's agreeing with the dominant direction, which runs for the half session. So 9 till lunch and then lunch till afternoon sort of thing. And we're going against the deeper trend. So I've got to be careful. It's a B setup. It's pretty well good to go. I just need to monitor this hour, and then I'm going to be targeting less than 25 pips, low TP. If I was looking at this, same criteria. Oh, the low time frames is up, the double D is up, and I'm going with the deeper trend. It's a B trade, so everything looks pretty darn good. It's time to monitor, it's good, so I'll be into the trade shortly. And I'm looking for minimum target plus. So you want targeting beyond 6 pips. Nice and simple, easy way to do it. And the rest of it helps you pick out what you're going to trade in any given day. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love and the money will follow. See you all in the next one, kids.